Good morning to all of you and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. But today, there is no editorial analysis. The reason being, usually if you go to the editorial page, on the left you have two short editorials, on the right you have the main editorial. Today, they have given only one editorial. It is like two editorials in one and pretty lengthy. I cannot do on this platform. It takes more than an hour. Total session will be about 1.5 to 2 hours. That is the reason why I have not brought the editorial. Let us today you're going to work on practice questions based on exam topics. A very useful editorial, but unfortunately, on this platform, 1.5 hours to 2 hours, I don't think that on the same day editorial, not possible. So please go through the questions and try to spot the errors. The first five questions. Yes, hi Arvind, you're right. Usually for short editorials, it takes about an hour we spend with practice questions. So it is like two editorials. It takes 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Not possible. Please go to practice questions based on exam topics. The first one, where is the error? Oh, your first session. Welcome to the platform. Try to answer these questions. Where is the error? A total of 10 blocks will be on offer in the third round of coal auctions, which will take place between August 11 to August 17. There is an error in the There is a common error. A lot of people make this mistake. There is an error in the last part. Here we have between. Between takes and not to. So it is between August 11 and August 17. Very good. You guys got it right. It is based on the combination between and, not between two. From to, that is one combination. Between and, one combination. With so many options lined up in this competitive world, one has to watch out for a proper specialization and a suitable institute before deciding on anything. This is not an easy one. You got to read very carefully. Only then you can answer. With so many options, take each part and try to spot the error. With so many options lined up in this competitive world, one is singular, we cannot use have, it should be has. Why have? One is indefinite pronoun considered singular. One has to. Nothing wrong with that. One has to watch out for a proper specialization and a suitable institute before deciding on anything. No, no, one never takes have. How come? One is, what is one? Pronoun. Which type of pronoun is it? Indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronoun means not specific. None, one, everyone, everybody, someone, somebody, no one, nobody. It always takes a singular verb. No one has got it right. Answer no error. Please respect the last option. With so many options lined up, let us analyze the sentence. With so many options lined up, in this competitive world, a prepositional phrase, one has to watch out means be careful. One has to watch out for a proper specialization and a suitable institute before deciding on anything. Perfect. There is no error. Very good, Adi. First one to say no error. Please go to question number 3. The layoffs come among the continued debate over immigration reform in the US, as the temporary work visas are at the center of a fierce debate in Congress. All of you should remember there is a fifth option. What is the fifth option? No error. Please go to question number 3. The layoffs come among the continued debate over immigration reform in the US, as the temporary work visas are at the center of a fierce debate in Congress. No, you don't have to go beyond the first part. The layoffs come among the continued debate. Here you cannot use the word among. You have to use the word amid. What is the meaning of the word amid? Amid means in the middle of. Now try to read the sentence with that word. It makes sense. The layoffs come in the middle of the continued debate. Perfect. We cannot use the word among, neither among nor between. They don't go with the context. Here, what matters, this is what I have been telling. You should always consider the context, contextual awareness in the middle of, amid, not among, it should be amid. Perhaps a difficult one, not an easy one. Once you understand the context, you will be able to think, oh, how come this word over here, among, does not go with this context? It should be amid or in the middle of the phrase. But you don't have to think of the phrase, you should use one word, amid. Amidst also you can say, both mean the same. Ah, okay. That is okay. Exam point of view, you are there because you don't have to write the correct form. But when it comes to learning, it is always better if you know what exactly, where exactly the mistake is, error is, and also what is wrong with that expression, what is the correct expression. I always tell students you should write the correct form. Then in the exam, you will be able to consolidate. In the exam, you can answer within no time. To provide is not correct here. You don't have to go beyond the first part. Providing is the right word. Here, providing, it is the verb ing form used as a noun. Then we use the word gerund. What is that word providing? Gerund. So, providing two special economic zones exclusively for Indian investors is a clear reflection of Bangladesh's positive intent. Perfect. To provide cannot be used, it should be providing. And what is this word providing? It is like reading, swimming, writing, going, shopping. It is a verb ing form used as a noun. Then we use a word, there's a technical term. What is it? Gerund. Gerund has been used as a subject. We can do that. Let us go to the last question, error location. A look at migration data suggests. Yesterday, someone asked, Sir, data plural, how come verb S or ES to the verb? Do remember datum singular and plural data beyond any doubt. But data is also used as a collective noun. When we use the word data as a collective noun, obviously collective nouns take usually a singular verb. So nothing wrong, data suggests absolutely no problem. A look at the migration data suggests that the number, very good, I appreciate those who have got it right. The number, already have learned one rule. What is that rule? The number takes a singular verb and a number takes a plural verb. The number of deaths, this is a phrase. Then the number do not is not correct. It should be does not. The number does not. What is the reason? Already you have learned there are two phrases. The number, we have to use a singular verb. Another phrase, a number, that takes a plural verb. The number here, the number, then we cannot say do not. The number does not. Then it is perfect. Now you have five questions, not double fillers, but still these are not that easy. To some extent challenging. You have to read, understand the context, only then you will be able to answer. All of you, please remember when it comes to fillers, three things are required. You got to be good at grammar, you got to be good at vocabulary, and the most important thing, you should be good at reading comprehension skill. And contextual awareness is very important when it comes to fillers. I would say this is the most important factor or the skill you need when it comes to fillers. Very good. Here, many with whom I have shared my thoughts. When it comes to who and whom, a lot of students get confused. Who goes with subject? Whom goes with object? In this sentence, I shared with someone. When I say I shared with someone or with him, we are talking about the object. Here it is about the object, not about the subject. When we talk about the object, we have to use the interrogative pronoun whom. Very good, I appreciate. Whom, many with whom I have shared my thoughts have shown initial surprise. I appreciate those who have got it right. Not easy. Many students get confused between who and whom. Who subject related, whom object related. I shared with someone. So here the focus is on the object. Obviously, we have to use whom. Under pressure, these are not easy. Do remember, our present towards the environment contrasts quite sharply with a historical reverence for nature. First, to understand the context, you have to know the meaning of the word reverence. Reverence means what? A lot of respect, a reverence towards someone, a reverence towards something. I would refers to, that is very good. I would refers to an expression that goes into future, but it is more related to a personal opinion. I will, that is future tense, you all know. I would usually goes with expressing a personal opinion. That's a very good question, Raghu. Our present, here the context is in the past we respected nature or environment. It talks about contrasting situation, paradoxical situation. In the past we respected environment or nature, and on the contrary, now we are not doing that. Based on that, you need a negative word. State is a neutral word you cannot consider. Nature, again, not correct. Disposition means one's nature, inherent quality. Inherent means inbuilt, intrinsic. Disposition, one's disposition means one's nature. Appeal, you attract. Appealing means attracting. Appeal also means a request, urge. You cannot consider any of these. There's only one negative word, that is apathy. Lack of interest, lack of enthusiasm, lack of concern. And you have to recollect the words like callous and also stony. Now, these are contrasting words, apathy and reverence. Our present apathy towards the environment contrasts. See, the word has been used quite sharply with our historical reverence for nature. That is a problem today. Very good. You guys got it right. Please go to question number 3. This is a bit difficult, not easy. Changing lifestyles in India are causing many frustrations. People to lash out. Lash out means attack, verbally or physically. Usually it is verbally. You shout at someone or you abuse someone, attack someone, lash out. No, callous does not mean loud noise, Ramesh. Callous means lack of emotions, lack of feelings when others are suffering. Callous does not mean noise. Somewhere you got confused. Loud noise, commotion. I think you're thinking of the word commotion. Commotion means a noisy disturbance, loud noise, a lot of people trying to make, when they try to enter in a noisy way, we use the word, there was a commotion, leading, leading people to lash out at the weakest. So, what is the answer? It is not tempting. Motivating is a positive word. Tempting here, it is not tempting. Killing, that is extreme, that does not happen. Stressing also you cannot use in this context. Answer should be leading people. Ah, yes, in a way, thick skinned. But thick skinned has a different connotation. When someone shouts at you, when someone scolds, when someone uh, points out, someone tells you to correct your behavior repeatedly, then you don't change, then we say thick skinned. That is a different meaning altogether. Whereas callous, someone is suffering, and as a human being, you should respond. There should be some sort of response. Emotion should come out, and you should try to help those people. But when someone is suffering, you don't respond. That is known as callous nature. Answer is the third option. Very good. Many students have got it right. Yes, Azad. Uh, People are succumbed to changing lifestyles. Please go to question number 4. There was this new belief among people that they could be successful and there were opportunities here. Further, this is again a bit difficult. Lack of, no, they are not one and the same. Usage, there is something called usage. Thick skinned goes with, see, callous nature, someone is suffering and this person does not respond. Then we say callous. Whereas someone is scolding this person because of his bad behavior and the person does not mend his ways, then we say thick skinned. This is what I call usage. They are not one and the same. Here it goes with someone who is at the receiving end. Here the person is at the receiving end, and here the person is at the giving end. Both are entirely different. Grabbing, very good. Answer is the last option. And there were opportunities here for those who are ready to grab. Grab means what? Take quickly. For the grabbing, here the grabbing means those who try to grab something. Grab means to take quickly. Snatch also you can say. The last two are based on fillers. Yes. Well, in fact, the many years of being a closed high tariff economy, we have always been more open minded than the economic models we have lived under. This is an easy one. Ah, very good. Balu Nayak, you are here. Hmm. After a long time, I suppose. In spite of would have been better, but you don't see the preposition of, so ruled out. Besides, in fact, besides the many years, no, here it is contrasting. Many years of being a closed high tariff economy, we have always been more open minded than the economic models we have lived under. Here it talks about a contrasting situation. contrasting situation. Based on that, we need a contrasting word. Besides, goes with addition. Of they have separated, only of cannot be used, provided not relevant here. What is the right word? Despite. Exactly. Based on elimination, you can get this one. This is not easy. Try to read very carefully and try to get the correct order. First, try to take elimination approach. But cannot be the first one, or cannot be the first one. Even his own emphasizing cannot be the first sentence. Is possibility. No one can be sure of possibility. You have to read very carefully. That is more than enough. Who is this? Don't do. That is more than enough. If you read the headlines and one editorial, if you take, why haven't I brought the editorial today? If you take the editorial page, you have two editorials on the left. You have the main editorial, and sometimes you have letters or you have another article. To read the headlines and to read one of the two, it takes a lot of time, 60 minutes in the real sense. And you should not spend more than 60 minutes on the newspaper because you have to focus on other subjects. Today, what they have done, if you take today's editorial page, they have given only one editorial on the left instead of two. And if I have to bring that, you guys should be prepared. It takes about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. I can't do that on this platform. So that is enough. What matters here, Dontu, how you read is important. You have to read the editorial, you have to read the headlines, you have to understand the words, the meanings, you have to maintain separate notebooks, and you have to make a note of whatever goes with effective English, like phrases, phrasal verbs, idioms, all these. And also, you have to write about the editorials in brief in your own sentences. If you do that, that takes 60 minutes. More than enough. No one can stop you, nothing can stop you. In spite of, despite. Despite is a little more formal than in spite of. That is a difference. Someone wanted to know what is the difference between in spite of and despite. Both express a contrast. Despite is a little more formal than in spite of. What is the first one here? B is the first one. Yes. Seldom in the field of human conflict did so much hang on the whims of one man. Whims based on emotions, spontaneous behavior, reflexive behavior, without rationality, without any reasoning. Someone does something. Seldom, it's a negative word. Then we have to use the clause in the interrogative form. You have to recollect that. Seldom in the field of human conflict did so much hang on the whims of one man. That is the first one. No one has started with a B except, I think Nagamani, one student. Who else? B. B is the first one. After that, what? It is about Putin, Russian president, his stand towards Ukraine. Second one is obviously about to invade Ukraine as massing Russian troops on its borders suggest. Then there's a question choice, or is he bluffing to extort concessions from his neighbor and the West? Extortion, you threaten someone to get money. So it is after that BEC. A question then, or no one can be sure of Mr. Putin's intentions. Then we get F, and continuation of that, we cannot be sure, even his own emphasizing, Even his own foreign minister seems to be kept guessing. Logical continuation of the same idea. No one can guess. Even his emphatic, emphasizing. Even his own foreign minister seems to be kept guessing. And what is the last one? But if fighting is about to break out an important phrasal verb, start suddenly. The world needs to understand the stakes, whatever is there, high stakes, low stakes. So, what is the correct order? BEC, FDA. I appreciate those who have got it right. Very good. How many of you have got to that order? Yes, I see Nagamani has got, then Ramesh has got. Who else? Puma. Okay. Shreya, Mahesh, Sumati, and Yamanur. Very good. Please go to the last slide related to. First, usually that's why I tell students to get the topic sentence. What is topic sentence when it comes to para jumbles? The first sentence, the sentence that has a main idea, we use the expression topic sentence. Who is this? Nagamalleshwari. Oh, very good then. I appreciate all those who got the correct order. Not easy. So, how do you get the topic sentence or the sentence with the main idea? You should take elimination approach. And the most important thing besides the elimination approach, you have to understand contextual awareness, broad framework. Those things are very important. And how do you get those? When you read a lot, you get an idea, you understand what could be the broad framework. Based on that, you will be able to get the correct order. So, hue and cry. Sometime back, I was talking about commotion, hue and cry, noisy protest, noisy angry behavior. Answer is C. Hard and fast. Usually, it goes with rules. There are no hard and fast rules in this organization. Means what? Firm, fixed. D is the answer. Hobson's choice. In my opinion, I always tell students read the Hindu paper. I'm not the brand ambassador for the Hindu paper. As a master, as your master, as a well wisher, I know how important it is. And when it comes to the Hindu paper, in my opinion, it is the Hobson's choice. So, what does it mean, Hobson's choice? No choice, you have to read. If you read the Hindu paper for 6 months, or 9 months, many students, those who would get a single digit in English, 3 marks, 5 marks, 7 marks, you go to 20 plus, mark my words, I can give in writing. But you got to know how to read. That is very important. And in the teeth of means what? In the opposition of, obviously. In the long run, I use this quite often. If you read the Hindu paper, it helps in the long run. One thing. And when you attend the session, live session, you try to answer many questions. Instead of simply writing question number 5, first option, you write the correct form. That helps in the long run. You will be able to consolidate. And once you write, easy to remember, you don't forget. In the exam, within no time, you will be able to recollect and answer. That way, you can save a few seconds. Looks like no one can stop, nothing can stop. Yes, that's all for today. No editorial because a lengthy one, but hope you guys got enriched. Do remember to subscribe and share. Thank you very much. Who is this Nagamani? No, many students, it is not. Let me spend a few minutes. Initially, when you try to read the Hindu paper, you get frustrated. You find it irritating, boring, frustrating. But always remember, I would like to end the session on a particular quote. What is it? All the things are difficult before they are easy. All the things are difficult before they are easy. Initially, everything is difficult. After some time, it becomes easy. And join the Telegram group. All that you have to do after the session, go to the description of the video, click on the link. That's it. And today, don't expect the PDF because there's no editorial. I'm not going to provide the PDF. I will see